Thank you so much, Archana. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being a part of Marketing Leaders List at Pepper Content.
Marketing happened by chance, more or less like an accident, I would say. I was in college, I was doing my commerce and accounting, and one of my very close friends asked me if I could, help for an advertisement for a listing catalog. And that's how, I just got interested in it. And very intuitively, I, asked very basic discovery questions like who the product is for, what are they going to get out of it, and stuff like that. It kind of led into a whole conversation. And when I finally saw the ad, at the back cover of the magazine, it just dawned upon me that this is my calling. This is what I want to do. And eventually, doing a couple of projects like this, for a creative studio, I realized that this is something that I would love to do for all my life. And I didn't have a formal, training or an education in marketing because I was an accounting and commerce student. And then thankfully my college was, offering a diploma course in marketing and communications, and that's how I got started.
Wow.
Over the years, I've been from a creative agency to the corporate side, industry to industry, and I've grown as marketing has grown. For example, starting from newspaper advertisement, jingles to email marketing and webinars to today doing demand generation for my organization.
Wow.
Or even looking at growth marketing strategies to to move the organization in the next phase of growth. In fact, I think marketing is a function that works very closely with leadership today, right? Gone are the days that you were creating a brochure and you created a few collaterals for an event and you just forgot about it. I'm sure all of you know that marketing is very closely aligned to a CEO's strategy and a sales leader's agenda, and it's only going to get a lot more intensive, a lot more critical for the organization, and I think it's going to be a lot more fun. Because as we look, there are new things in marketing every day. There's so much new innovation. So new innovation, creativity and data, I think these are the things that would really outlay how marketing is going to be in the future.
Right.
As marketeers, we do a ton of things day in, day out. There's a lot of data insights that are coming through different channels and tactics. But if you don't know how to comprehend it and tie it back to your sales objectives, and be able to pivot in real time, just so that you're ensuring that you're delivering on these objectives, then the data is just a whole lot of beautiful pictures and presentation
Right.
of charts.
Right.
So data is something that I would say is a big challenge for most marketeers, and something that one would really want to be able to understand it.
Right.
And it is just not looking at something and thinking that, okay, this is the performance, I need to do X% better than what I did. It's a lot about understanding your historical trends. You should be able to intuitively make decision to invest in those strategies that match your business objectives and in that moment of time. And this kind of ability comes over a period of time when you are constantly doing the data-driven decisions every single time, even if it's a simple content piece. A great content strategy that is something that is going to grow across your entire funnel, and in fact beyond, right from the thought leadership and brand content. For example, what are the leading trends in a particular industry or segment, to also content which is at top of the funnel in terms of how this particular solution or a product is going to help you bring in more revenue, to also content that is post sales, basically helping users to adopt more. Example, 5 ways of how do you make sure that your users are making the best use of the product that you have bought. Content is actually the single most solution for most marketing problems, and in fact the longevity of content is really long, because you can rejig it, rehash it, leverage it in so many different ways, and it can be aligned over a period of time as your business changes.
Right.
Your company has built the product. They have many reasons why it will be a hit, and and they know this really well. As an organization, as a leader, they have entrusted you as a marketer to unfold these reason in creative ways for a longer period of time, that you can sustain engagement and eventually help the business grow. If you're not owning the space, if you're not talking about your product and solution in the way that it was meant to be, then someone else is going to be doing that for you, and it's going to be in a way that you may not even like it, right? It's going to hamper your goodwill. Content from your brand is the only way an audience can relate to what you're trying to say, and it builds trust. Rest is either an AI or a competitor's social media manager who's just trying to hamper your brand. So own your market, own your brand, own your content, and own your narrative. Obviously, with all the hype of AI and so many new things that are coming in, I think marketing is going to be a completely active sales job. Obviously, other than the AI and how it's going to help marketers in the near future, I think marketing is going to be an active sales job. In the next 3 to 5 years, 8 out of 10 times, a buyer would have already made a decision on which product or solution to buy even before sales reaches out to them for the first meeting. That's how powerful marketing and in fact content marketing is going to be in the near future.
Thank you so much. That leaves us very excited for the future as well. Thanks, Archana.
Thank you.